I don't, what we cannot have is dueling attorneys. Okay, so it is on here, okay. Opinions. And that's why, in fact, I think there's a, what it says in our governing documents is that the gateway for all legal services is through the city attorney, just so that we can avoid dueling opinions.
I don't think it's the only reason, but it's the charter enumerated power for the mayor's office, and I recognize that.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so I just, I'm sorry, Mayor.
Yeah, no, go ahead.
I just needed some clarification. When we talked about this before, it was my understanding that you needed help in reviewing contracts. Mm-hmm. And it was my understanding all along that the city attorney's office and you have come to the agreement that you needed that help until we got this email yesterday from Mr. Harper and indicating that you don't need the help. So if
I never saw this email.
Yeah, I have it. It's written on.
Okay, when
So
was this?
This was yesterday, 2:40. I printed it at 2:40. So you sent it yesterday, I believe, or 2
Do you
days.
mind sharing it? I haven't seen it.
Yeah, it's all written. Yeah.
Well,
That's what I'm trying to get clarification on.
so if it's all right with everybody, I'd like to call Attorney Harper up to the microphone.
I have no emails from him.
To talk about that email, but also, since I haven't, I'm sure you sent it out, but I have not seen the method that you're talking about that we must follow to do this. Have you seen that? What Commissioner Moran is suggesting as the way legal services will be ordered? Is that the correct way to put that, Commissioner?
The process.
You have a process through which, if you need some help.
We're going to have every single one of our contract templates evaluated. We're going to have a new IT contract written to current standards, and we're going to get it done quickly. Okay? Depending on the time of year, there will be a large volume of contracts, particularly around the time contracts get renewed at the end of the year. If I do not have the help that I need to process these contracts, I will stop the purchasing function of the city.
I don't think you need to put it that way. But
Well, no, it will stop. How's that?
Yeah.
Because we're not going to pass along contracts we know that are a problem. And we're not going to sit idly by while somebody pushes a button and says it was reviewed and it wasn't.
yeah, I just want to make sure all these processes are very clear.
I apologize. I did not see this at all. That's weird.
Maybe we can move this to next week and have the right stuff in here,
Yeah.
and also have
But what would the right
the
stuff
process.
be? Just so I understand that, because I made the change that the mayor asked for. I continue to know and understand what the work is. I can speak to again the fact that we have 30-something legal cases going on right now against the city, and that is not being managed. And my risk and safety director has the responsibility to partially manage that, but she's not a lawyer. And so should we just let that languish without the proper attention? I mean, guys, I need help. In November, we sat down together and I told you my single biggest need was legal help. And it is now September 17th and we haven't done anything about it.
Have you?
And that was after being in office for 2 years. I told you I needed this. And my staff is ready to revolt.
And just, with respect, I was tracking, I thought you had this all worked out with the city attorney until yesterday's email and says, I've reviewed everything in a timely manner that's been brought to me. So we have this discrepancy that we need to resolve.
I just don't think that's accurate.
All
And
right.
again,
I-
if you've hurried up and fixed this problem for right now, that doesn't change what happens in 5 months when people
Well,
get
that's right.
distracted.
I don't want to hurry up and fix this problem right now. I want to make
Oh,
sure.
no, we're going to not fix the problem?
I am sympathetic to fixing your problem. I
Doesn't
just want to
seem like
make
it.
sure that it's done correctly and that
I've
I
done
understand
everything
that
you've
the
asked me to.
process will be done correctly.
What process?
The process that the city attorney is the gateway for any of these
How many
services.
times do I have to say that out loud?
I know. I have not seen that in writing. I'm sorry. I
Where
did
is
not
it
see
in, where is it in writing for any other legal entity that we hire?
We absolutely.
So I have to
absolutely-
have
if
something nobody else
This is
does.
what I've been asking for. If we don't, we need to have that. We need to have a process that.
You realize you're in charge of the legal function? You're in charge of the legal
Yes,
function.
exactly. That's
So if there's,
exactly
if
what I'm
there's,
saying.
if there's a gap in a process, it's your job to fix it, not mine.
And let me fix it. So
And,
why
and a
don't you
lack,
just
and a
pull
lack,
this for
and a lack,
tonight?
and a lack of process is not an inhibition to me to go get my job done.
Make sure I have that.
There are
done.
7 attorneys, I think I put on that list for you, Mr. Harper.
They all are very specific, which you've
All,
agreed to.
then all have to be exactly managed under this same exact auspice, or
Okay.
this is selective garbage that nobody should have to put
Okay,
up
well, let me
with.
work on that. Why don't you pull this one?
I'm happy to table this if I'm going to get it resolved next week. This will be back on, and again, I will have my staff come here and explain to you all of the things that they've been going through.
Okay, let's do that.
Yeah.
Are you pulling it?
Yeah, I will pull the items 3 and 4.
Okay,
Excuse me, items 4 and 5.
okay.